Welcome back to Session 3. We hope you enjoyed talking about needs versus wants in Session 2 with your class. Today what you're going to need is, again, your Our Family's Guidebook, the Junior Journals, the Table Tents, car, symbol sheets, the road map, the sticker symbols, the individual maps for the students, key term flashcards, and once again, the JAR Family's neighborhood poster. In today's session, you're going to start by talking about entrepreneurs. This is a big word for students. Let them know that it's a big word, but it has a very easy definition. So they may not understand what an entrepreneur is, but they may know someone who owns their own business or started their own business. So the word entrepreneur may look scary at first, but it'll be a concept those students already have a grasp of. So begin talking about students that they know who are entrepreneurs. Focus locally on South Dakota business and entrepreneurs. Think about people in your own community who are entrepreneurs that the students would be able to relate to. Those are great ways for them to make connections throughout their own neighborhoods with their families and places they buy their needs and their wants at. Today's activity is going to deal with the floor map. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to lay the floor map on the floor. As you go through, you're going to ask students what a map is. So again, using your key term flashcards, you're going to have map. Ask the students what it is and why it's important to have a map. They may use maps when they go on vacation. Some families may don't have maps because they use technology and the maps are all on their phone instead of actually having paper maps. But talk about how the maps help them find where it is that they need to go. The important thing on maps is that there are different symbols. So walk the students through all the different symbols and what they mean on the map. The last part of a map to talk about is the key. The key is important so that way they know where it is, what it is that they see on a map, and know where it is they can get help if it's a need or a want. Once you have the map on the floor and you've discussed all the different aspects of it, you're going to have students come up and volunteer. You'll have the car and the students will drive the car along the map. You will say things such as, I spy with my little eye a fire station or a hospital, and they're going to drive the car to that location on the map. This gives them a chance to begin to learn how to read a map and understand the key for the map to find things. Once you're done asking all the I Spy questions with your students, continue talking about different symbols on a map. You have the big symbol sheets, so go ahead and tear one of these apart before you go into the classroom and hold each symbol up. Talk to the students about what they mean and why they're important. Let them know that you would want to know where symbols are as you're taking a trip because it indicates where you're going to be able to get your haircut or to buy groceries or have lunch. So these are important ways for people to navigate throughout communities. At all these different locations, people are also going to be able to purchase goods or services. So talk about the difference between a good and a service. A great example to use is that a good is something you can take home with you. So you went to the grocery store and you bought grapes. That's a good. You got to take those grapes home with you. A service would be when you go to get your hair cut. They're doing something for you. So getting your hair cut would be a service. Those are tangible ideas that they're going to be able to grasp and understand the difference between a good versus service. As you continue talking about the different symbols on the maps, you want to ask them more questions. So they're going to have an idea of the ice cream store, and they're going to want to be able to stop and get ice cream. They'll probably be familiar with that symbol. But ask a volunteer to identify each picture and the symbol as you're going through all the different cards. Then you're going to pass out an individual map to all of the students. So on their map, it's the same version, it's just a smaller version of the floor map. They're going to get this map and they're going to get business symbol stickers. It is their job to take the symbol stickers and create their own community. So they're going to place the stickers throughout their map as to where they see fit in conjunction with the key. So these are important for them to note. There may also be more than one, and that's okay. So when you look throughout here, there's already a fire station on here, but there can be more than one fire station in a town. Talk about your community specifically. How many fire stations are there? Why is it important to have more than one? If there was only one, the firefighters wouldn't be able to reach your part of the town as quickly. If it's a smaller town, there may only be a need for one, but there are local fire stations surrounding your community who are also helping if there is a fire. Once your students complete their business maps, then you're going to wrap up with your summary and review. If time allows and you have extra time, feel free to have students pull out their junior journals. They can flip to page 6 and complete this worksheet. This is going to talk about things that are needs and wants and goods and services. So they're going to go through and talk about all the things that they would buy if they were at a pet store, and the things that they would circle if they were at a toy store and they might buy. And then they're going to say what a veterinarian does and what a teacher does. So this is just a great example for them to begin thinking about goods and services. If time doesn't allow, don't worry, this is an activity they can take home and do with their families. Once that is complete, if you had time, then you're going to do your summary and review. So tell the students that you have enjoyed looking at the floor map with them. You can't wait to see all of their communities that they have made with their maps and talk about them. Remind the students that families depend on businesses. Why those businesses are important for the communities. They need to have places to buy their needs, wants, goods, and services. It's also a place for people to be able to make money to pay for their needs and their wants. This is the end of your session 3.